The LAPD has named this intersection at Melrose in Vermont one of the most dangerous in Los Angeles. And despite it being common sense, they say looking both ways before entering the intersection and avoiding distractions more often are the best ways to prevent accidents from happening. As you can see, this fire behind me has been burning for 6 hours already, and helicopters are dropping water trying to contain it. But I just spoke to an Apple Valley official who told me it's 0% contained thus far and has reached over 70 acres of land. So this fire could be going on for another day or two. Funnel cake like this will be available at the farmers market every Tuesday from 10 to 2 p.m. at Cleary Walk. That's good. Imagine playing probably the worst game of your career, yet still setting the NFL record for most career passing yards. That is exactly what happened to Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning. As you can see behind me, there is still debris left from this bus accident that left everyone surprised and wondering how it all started. The good news, everyone is safe. Over 20,000 people are here to take a look at the cars on display, but event officials are saying cruising for a cure and taking a prostate cancer screening exam at the location behind me is what's really important. With hundreds of rides and thousands of attendees, some people are saying this year's LA County Fair is making a big splash. High winds in Apple Valley caught residents off guard when it caused the fire to get out of control. Mandatory evacuations were called for over 25 homes.
Our road was closed off and there were fire trucks everywhere, and it was on our side right across the street from our home.
Bags were packed, the exterior of homes were watered, and pets were taken by the leash as citizens got ready to leave.
I'm worried because we still got a lot of stuff in there we won't be able to take, but as long as we got each other, that's all good.
I mostly just got clothes and family pictures and stuff like that, but not really that much materialistic things.
As you can see, this fire behind me has been burning for 6 hours already, and helicopters are dropping water trying to contain it. But I just spoke to an Apple Valley official who told me it's 0% contained thus far and has reached over 70 acres of land. So this fire could be going on for another day or two.
This fire is burning pretty fast at a rapid rate of speed. There's thick, heavy brush in the Mojave riverbed that haven't burned in years and years and years, and it's very dry.
One vehicle and one shed had been destroyed by 7 in the evening when officials said the fire was still only 30% contained.
We also have our dozers, 2 county fire dozers here. They'll be working until late tonight. We'll pull them off the line when it becomes unsafe, and then we'll put them back on first light in the morning.
As evening approached, officials said that the winds could double by tomorrow and cause the fire to double in size, but they were still expecting a full containment at some point in the day. No injuries were reported. In Apple Valley, Harry Abelson, Valley View News. Vermont and Santa Monica, Alvarado and Temple, and Wilshire and Alvarado are intersections the LAPD says are some of the most dangerous in Los Angeles.
I've been crossing this intersection for about a year already, and I've seen 2 or 3 accidents, one right here, twice in the middle.
Cell phone use is the most common form of distraction on the street. Many pedestrians believe both drivers and pedestrians are at fault.
It's usually the driver, but sometimes pedestrians will cross when they're not supposed to.
Cell phone use is only one of the many problems. The intersections also have signs such as this one on Temple and Alvarado where sometimes drivers can turn left and sometimes they can't. These signs often lead to drivers making illegal turns.
People are trying to run the intersection at a yellow while the other person's waiting to make a left, and then the other person might make the left before they run it because they don't know if they're going to stop.
Police have taken action and created a task force. Now, 3 to 5 officers watch over each dangerous intersection once a month. The LAPD has already noticed fewer injuries on those streets. The LAPD has named this intersection at Melrose in Vermont one of the most dangerous in Los Angeles. And despite it being common sense, they say looking both ways before entering the intersection and avoiding distractions more often are the best ways to prevent accidents from happening. In Hollywood, I'm Harry Abelson, Valley View News. Vintage cars of all different shapes and sizes were on display at this year's Cruisin' for a Cure event in Costa Mesa. Car owner Gary Whale says the amount of work it takes to keep the cars in good condition makes this event special.
They contacted the crazy guy in LA, me, and my friend and I, Andres Aranda, turned these into rolling bits of sculpture. Every year it gets bigger, it gets better.
A live band and over 200 vendors volunteered at the event. But even with all the entertainment, a group of cancer survivors stole the show. 100-year-old prostate cancer survivor Howard Baker says he is grateful to be alive.
Just lucky to make it. Lucky I survived. Lucky I made it to 100. What else? You can't predict anything. I might not make it home. Who knows? You might not make it home.
Debbie Baker says this is an event near and dear to her heart and has saved many lives.
In the last 16 years, we've tested well over 10,000 men and saved over 4,000 guys that had no idea they had prostate cancer. My husband was diagnosed with this in 1996, and he lost his life 7 years ago from it. What a better way to get the guys in here with their cars, and they can do it at the same time and have a good time.
Over 20,000 people are here to take a look at the cars on display, but event officials are saying cruising for a cure and taking a prostate cancer screening exam at the location behind me is what's really important. In Newport Beach, I'm Harry Abelson, Valley View News. This year's LA County Fair is off to a big start. Thousands poured in on Labor Day weekend to check out all the new attractions at this year's fair.
It's been a family tradition of ours. Usually every year we come out, we have a good time. Food, the atmosphere.
Children had many attractions to choose from, including water rides, roller coasters, the Cyclone, and even bumper cars. With hundreds of rides and thousands of attendees, some people are saying this year's LA County Fair is making a big splash. And some of the smallest people like the biggest rides.
My favorite ride is the Ferris wheel.
The fair also featured a wide variety of food that included Hawaiian barbecue, a Krispy Kreme triple-decker cheeseburger, and fried, well, pretty much everything. But there were other special attractions at the fair that caught the attention of many fairgoers.
Seeing the farm animals and the cowboys and stuff in the back.
Fair officials say this could be the most attended LA County Fair ever. The fair will be swinging by each weekend until the end of September. In Pomona, Harry Abelson, Valley View News. Only 4 teams remain in the Major League Baseball playoffs. After eliminating the Los Angeles Dodgers in the Division Series, the New York Mets are now playing the Chicago Cubs in the National League Championship Series. Mets second baseman Daniel Murphy has already had a huge series, hitting 2 home run blasts in both of the first 2 games against aces John Lester and Jake Arrieta. The Mets defense has also impressed, including this play by Curtis Granderson robbing Chris Coughlin of a home run. Wow, what a catch. In the American League, the Kansas City Royals are taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays ace David Price took a 3-0 lead into the 6th inning of Game 2 before giving up 5 runs in the 7th. Eric Hosmer started the Royals scoring with an RBI single to left, and then Mike Moustakas tied it up with another single right after Hosmer. This one to right field, scoring a run. Finally, Alex Gordon got a base hit that gave the Royals a lead they would hold on to. And here's that hit right there, another one to right center, scoring a run giving the Royals the 4-3 lead. The winners of these 2 series will play each other in the World Series.